to assassinate real news. They use their schools to teach children that their president is another Hitler. They use their movie stars and singers and comedy shows and award shows to repeat their narrative over and over again. What? And then they use their ex-president to endorse the resistance, all to make them march, make them protest, make them scream racism and sexism and xenophobia and homophobia, to smash windows, burn cars, shut down interstates and airports, bully and terrorize the law-abiding, until the only option left is for the police to do their jobs and stop the madness. And when that happens, they'll use it as an excuse for their outrage. The only way we stop this, the only way we save our country and our freedom is to fight this violence of lies with the clenched fist of truth.
Treason!
I'm the National Rifle Association of America, and I'm freedom's safest.
Okay guys, so you saw the intro. Oh yeah, this woman, Dana Loesch. And all the NRA ads, guys, it's funny how many are, because there's a siren going. Really? What does it mean? I wonder. So seriously, this woman, okay, I'm going to ask about her, but as I was looking for footage to put my image reacting to it, I saw this ad. It's like such propaganda, total bullshit, okay? So I'm kind of curious, is Russia behind the creative direction of these ads, essentially the copy, right? So all this accusing the essentially progressive people of what is it, xenophobia, sexism, so that people get confused, right? It's classic disinformation. So is Russia behind their ads? Okay, and by the way, guys, I have done a reading on this. I'm going to link. It was a while back, okay, about this whole thing. Yes, I've always seen the NRA as being the main focus of money laundering, Russian money laundering, and their main entryway into their way to insert Russian money into American politics. Okay, so anyway, so like I said, this is not necessarily the most important question. I feel like that question was answered before, but I've never done a reading on this woman, and I'm curious about this ad. So I'm not going to do a super extended reading on her. It's just so interesting. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I just want to know is Russia behind the copy of these ads, okay? And then what's up with her? And is she going to be indicted by Mueller? Is she going to go to jails? Okay, because I've done a reading on Wayne LaPierre, and he is going to jail. And notice how he's not even there anymore. He hasn't been there. The new director is Oliver North. Oh yeah. So okay, so I'm gonna close my eyes. So is Russia behind these propaganda ads? Yes. Guys, and they're saying they really want to have these ads that are inflammatory and they sort of incite violence. Okay, they want to create kind of a political party out of it. People who will have guns and can take guns and essentially create some sort of insurgency. Okay, that's their goal. They do it to be as inflammatory as possible. And it's like they're saying it has to be 100% action movie, all that stuff. Make it look quote unquote authentic. They're saying put the fire on the flame, okay? It's showing the guy, actually LaPierre, meeting with them. I mean, they connect, but they want to make sure the message is on point, which is always the inflammatory, the divisive, and all of that, okay? Make people afraid. Okay, so now I understand now I answered this question. So what is up? Okay, let's see. Also, since Butina was in the news, so what does she know about Butina? Does she feel about her? Okay, so what's up with this woman? What is her role here? I'm actually going to ask this question. Is she a crisis actor? Okay, so what's up with this woman? It's interesting, guys, because it's showing me that she's kind of like a sort of like an actor for commercials. That's what it's showing. A person's like, here's your drink of the day, whatever it is. Okay, so this is what she's selling from her perspective. She's like a spokesperson, you know, but in the sense of like how I would think of somebody who's an actor for hire. That's what she's doing. And it's interesting because it's showing me that she wanted to be famous. Okay, she wanted to be quote unquote beautiful, and that's, she's like talking to her husband. She's like, honey, do you remember how I used to be so unattractive, and now here I am. I am a goddess. I am so powerful. Like, she likes to be the front. Okay. Okay, so that's clear. So yes, she is a crisis actor in the sense that she is there to make the statements a certain way. She is sort of like not a journalist, but she plays the role. How to say this? Her character is as if somebody who's reporting from the front lines. Okay, but but it's showing that she's desperate to be accepted, and like many of these people on the far right, she was given a business from her perspective. It's all about a business opportunity and having a brand. Okay, so it's interesting that she thinks she's pretty cold about it. Okay. And that she's insecure in the sense that it's about the fame thing for her and her platform or whatever. Okay. So what is her role, if any, in the Russia thing? Okay. And then what does she know about Butina? What does she know about the Butina, the Russia stuff? How does she feel about her? And will she be indicted by Mueller? Okay. It's interesting, guys, that it shows me that she is, again, this is the vision. It's always very, it's like cropped, right? So it showed me, because of the questions I asked, it was a series of questions. So it showed her there, and then being introduced to Butina Butina is an investor from her perspective. Okay, so she is treating Maria Butina like an investor in her company. Obviously, she works for this company, but there's a certain degree of deference to her. And she was told that these people are going to allow the organization to go to another level. Okay, so kind of like the venture capital rule. That's like how she saw them in there. But what is interesting about this is that she believed it. I feel like I saw her reaction. She has something about her, knows that there's something wrong with it. Okay, she doesn't gel with her, and Maria Butina doesn't really seem to want to, become buddies with her, or there's something, I feel like she doesn't buy it completely, or like there's something about, she kind of feels like there's more there, but she doesn't want to ask. Okay, so again, like I said, it's as though the Russians are the investors. They bring in all the money. And so I feel like she's made a lot more money since they came in. She's been treated to gifts, but I feel like she actually is not one of the head people. Because like I said, she cares about images. She does not necessarily want to deal with strategy. She's just a front person, an actor, okay? So it's showing that how did this idea of them being investors came by? came about. Several people, this was slowly introduced, and it's showing here that Wayne LaPierre guy introduced her to them. These are our investors, our partners, and she was happy to have their money. I mean, in a good way. It's sort of like, oh, wow, that's so great that now they really helped the organization go further. But the thing is, she actually believes it. Okay, she believes that there's, even though that the rhetoric is obviously hateful, she actually believed that they were investors. She didn't, partially because she is not somebody who understands subtleties. She's not particularly intelligent in that way, but at the same time, she's like a black and white kind of person. She wants to, quote unquote, win, and she doesn't want to think too deeply about these things. But she received the money. She knows it comes from Russians. She knows there's something illegal about it, okay? And she has received gifts. She has received preferential treatment. And there's something where I've seen them, the Russians say, well, we have to treat her really nicely, make her feel special, make her feel like she's very important, because this is something they do really well. Okay, so again, she's this front person, okay, and then I feel like, so again, how does she feel about Butina? She knows her, but she knows, it's almost as if, I'm trying to think of an example that most people could relate to. For example, what if you worked at a company and you met the owner's daughter? Kind of like that, okay? You would be like, oh, that's nice to meet you, thank you so much, but you wouldn't, or I wouldn't be like, oh, hi, how are you? Like, that would be doing my thing or whatever. I wouldn't try to be buddies with this person because obviously there's a hierarchy there, right? So that's kind of how it feels here, okay? And it's giving me again this idea of private equity, meaning they own more than the majority of the organization. Okay, so meaning that they control it. Okay, so they have, everything has to run by them, and the platform has to be on brand. Okay, and I feel like there's somebody there or connected with that place who speaks Russian and can translate it and make sure the brand matches what they were looking for. Not her. Okay, not somebody who's kind of not very visible. And now the part about Mueller, okay, I think she's forced, she has to testify, she has to get a lawyer, but she believes that, that's the thing. I feel like she actually believes the whole thing with the witch hunt. And I feel like it's showing me now the image of her in quicksand, kind of sinking lower and lower, and that's when she's realizing the depth of shit she's under. And I think she's going to be indicted, and she may, yeah, oh my God, guys, I see her being, what is it called? Mugshots of her with the orange thing, receiving 80 money laundering and all those things. Okay, so it's kind of like, she's the true useful idiot. Okay, I thought she had a bigger role. She had a bigger role in the sense that but she's not. What it's showing here, no, is that she really is much more of a spokesperson and a crisis actor, right? And in the true sense of the word, she's there to create these, to heighten the dramatic ideas and all that. So, but it's interesting that she's completely startled, shocked. Okay, that it would touch her. I think she doesn't. A lot of these people, it's like, and I see she has a lawyer, but he's trying to explain to her the issues, and she doesn't get it. She's like, no, they're after me. They're after me because I am a well-known conservative icon. Okay, she doesn't get it. So I don't feel bad for her because obviously what she was doing to the kids, okay, and all those things, but she is one of the less intelligent ones. And I think, like I said, I think she hid, oh, this is it, guys, tax evasion, some way too, okay, because she doesn't declare whatever income she got from them, the gifts or whatever other things, and the fact that there's a lot of irregularities with the fillings. Is that right? Tax filling. I don't know exactly what it is, but the paperwork is wrong, and so is her. She just has all these mistakes done related to paperwork. But I feel like it's just that, like I said before, I don't think Mueller's people are going to let these people out. Don't worry about it. It's going to be very harsh, okay? All the people who took all of this and used have done the Russian propaganda knowingly, knowing that all of this stuff. So, knowing and not know, it's a crime anyway, right? So the fact that she was so shallow, it's only very shallow. She wants to be a celebrity. She wants to have a brand and all that. So, is she ever going to come to her senses? I think so. When she loses her money, yeah, I think so. Okay. I think she's gonna spend some time in prison. Yeah, I see her there, like with the yellow and orange, I'm sorry, uniform and stuff. It's possible. Okay, is there a way that she could? Yeah, guys, I don't even think that there's any, because I was thinking, okay, is there a way for her to not go to prison? Is there a way out of it or something for her? It's showing that Mueller and Andrew Weissman, they found, they understood that NRA is the main organization, so they went in for all the documents. Okay, so they don't really care about, I think they have a lot of stuff already. Okay, so they don't need really the collaboration of someone like that, because she's not in charge of the of everything. And once they have the documents, they could make her do what, if you make people talk, right? You have to testify in front of such and such. But so this is why they never reached out to her to quote unquote collaborate or something. Okay, so that's that. And it's shown kind of the footnote. She became a casualty once the NRA was unmasked as a. I don't know. It's showing you. It's the word that you used was terrorist organization, in the sense that it's kind of a what is it called? Terrorist organization, in the sense that it was a way that the money was funneled into the U.S. Okay, so I think that the goals, guys, were even darker. That they would definitely want to, like I said, the whole Civil War, inciting violence meme situation. They really would want to push that and the goal was to become this party. Okay, and it's independent of the Republicans and so forth. It's just an armed party. Okay, so pretty dangerous, right? So. Okay, so that's that, guys. I'm going to stop here. 16 minutes, pretty long. Okay, bye.